Hey, I'm Jason from Fuzzlord, and today in this video we're going to be checking out this Boss Katana MK3 100-watt amp head that's right behind me. I think it's one of the best budget amplifiers on the market. So we're going to hear it in a full song mix with a fuzz pedal. We're going to go through and check out all the different amp voicings and then hear some more pedals at the end of the video. If you've played one of these, whether it's the amp head or the combo version, drop a comment below and let me know what you think about the amplifier. I'm also curious to know your thoughts on solid state amp power versus tube amp power. Are tube amps louder? Are solid state amps louder? This is something I want to talk about soon on the channel, so I'm curious to know your thoughts below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the content that I put out. Let's start off with hearing the Katana in a full mix. I'm playing the Fuzzlord FU2 pedal. I got the amp set clean, bass, middle, and treble pretty much at noon, and I just wanted to show off how good this amplifier takes pedals. So let's start off with that full song mix and drop that comment below.
I understand that you're unhappy with the life that you lead. But you know what? Eventually we all have to accept reality. So, know that I am a person. You are not.
So the Boss Katana is a 100-watt Class A/B amplifier output section, and then the preamp is digital modeling. So it has a bunch of different amp tones that you can get out of it, as well as a boost effect, modulation, delay, and a couple different kinds of reverb. So I think for the price of this amplifier, if you don't have any other gear, it covers a lot of ground. So good clean tones, good heavy duty distortion tones, the different effects that are built in. Usually with amps that have built-in effects, they're not the greatest in the world, but I think if any company out there is going to be able to pull off good built-in effects, it's Boss, one of the leading pedal manufacturers in the world. So with that being said, let's get a closer look at the amp, and we're going to play some riffs, and I'm just going to go through and turn all the knobs, check out some of the tones that this amp has to offer, as well as check out some of the effects that are built into the amp. Overall, I think this amp sounds really good, again, especially for the price. This amp is incredibly loud, really versatile. I think it does cleans really well with the good delays and reverbs and modulation that are built into the amplifier. And I think that the higher gain amp emulations that they included on this amp actually sound really good. The EQ is really powerful. It's got an effects loop, and one of the coolest things about the amp is it has different power settings. So you got half power, quarter power, I think all the way down to a quarter watt. And this amp head actually has a speaker built into the cab, so you can play it without using a normal guitar cab setup. So let's say you got a 4x12 at band practice, you go down there and play, you can take your amp head home and still play through the little speaker that's built into the amp. My overall thoughts on the amp is that they did a really good job making an affordable amp head that's loud enough to play in a band setting, that has some really good built-in effects on it. And overall, I think it takes guitar pedals really well. Again, I've talked about that before in the channel, that sometimes I play these solid state amp heads that are more in the budget price range, and I'm not always happy with how they take pedals. I had the pedals running into the clean channel of the amp, the clean amp sim on the preamp, and was really happy with the way it sounded, as well as the built-in higher gain tones. So we're going to wrap this video up checking out one more guitar pedal run through this amp. This is the new Fuzzlord Model T150 that is modeled after the rare vintage Sun Model T amplifier. Shrunk down to a pedal board format, has a boosted internal voltage supply that takes 9 volts, boosted up to 18, and has a ridiculous amount of output volume. So we're going to wrap up this video checking out that pedal into this amp, give you something to compare the built-in amp tones to, one of the new Fuzzlord pedals that is modeled after the Sun Model T. I'm Jason from Fuzzlord. I really appreciate you watching this video. Drop those comments below. I'm curious to know what you thought of this amplifier in general, if you've played one of them, how you think it sounded with the pedals, or a suggestion for other good, affordable, budget, solid-state amp heads. While we're wrapping up, I want to give a big thank you to all the names that are running on the screen right now. These are all the folks that help support what I do here on the YouTube channel through Patreon. If you want to support this channel, there's a link in the description. We do discounts on pedals over there, early pre-releases, some Q&A, and more behind the scenes stuff. Also a big special thank you to Corey, Vayuslavic, J-Kid, and Rustin. I'll talk to you in the comments about what you thought of this amp. I'm curious to know if you've had experience with it and what your general thoughts are. And the big question of, are tube watts, like is tube output power louder and more powerful than solid state? That's a video I want to do soon on the channel. Give my 2 cents as someone with a background in electrical engineering and amplifier design, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about that. And it's kind of one of those things where, are tube watts louder than solid state watts? I think the answer is yes and no. So I'll talk to you in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.